Girl, you clap a weed, girl, you clap a weed, girl, you clap a weed, girl, you clap a weed.
All you so awesome won't tell you I'm thankful. You are the one take them shots off my ankle. You round me out when I was feeling rankle and when it was raining a little more than a spring.
Shots out. Your world, my opinion. YWMO.
Let's go. I like that. Y'all doing it,
Yo, what's up, man? Your world, my opinion, man. We just gonna keep the bigger ones coming. We ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep it going, man. We got another legend in the building, you know what I'm saying? But first of all, Honey J, what's up?
Yo, what's up? You know what it is. I'm super excited. Per usual, we got another big one. I'm gonna let the boy introduce themselves so we can get right into it because we getting in it.
We getting in it, man. You know what I'm saying? So Mossberg Montana, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Man, my name is Mossberg Montana. Producer, gospel artist, advocate, wherever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to bless the show and show us some love tonight, so we can get into it.
All right, represent the check, ain't he?
Definitely appreciate you, man, coming checking out
Yes,
and
sir.
gracing the couch, man. First question I'm gonna start with is, man, how you feel mentally and spiritually at this moment?
Man, right now, this the clearest I ever been.
Oh,
you
man.
know, I'm getting baptized tomorrow. Like I was talking about.
Congratulations.
And just ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm just ready. Like, I've been through a lot, and perseverance.
Okay.
Perseverance is where I'm at right now. Like, every storm, every obstacle, I'm jumping over them things like hurdles, man. We moving. Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's only God can do, man.
Hey.
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up. Like, so what brought you to the point of getting baptized tomorrow? You said it's been a journey. You've been through some ups and downs.
Yes. I had a couple of storms, and mentally, it was the right time. You know, between my kids and we had some things going on in the family, and the world needed. You know, the world needs somebody at the height of their career to show what God can do for them.
That's what I'm talking about.
So hey, if I'm the chosen one, I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
That's what's up, man.
You know,
That's what's up.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know, where did your first, you know, how did you know that you wanted, because you're a producer, you make beats,
Yes, sir.
and you're doing it for a long time.
Too
You haven't been in
long.
the game.
Too
I'm talking
long.
like Twin D, them boy, like BB Slim. You've been around a long, Doughboy.
Yes.
You've been around a long time, man. I'm talking about people that, if you heard any beat around here, I'm pretty sure, you know, Mossberg, Montana. You heard that on that. You know what I'm saying? So how did you get into making beats, and what was your first, you know, journey into that?
Man, it started my little brother. When he was 1 year old, he had my mom bought him. He's 10 years younger than me. So either 1 or 2, I might have been 11 or 12. My mom bought him this keyboard. And at this time it was 2 songs. It was No Limit Soldier, and it was Down Bottom by Juvenile and Dragon.
Okay, yeah.
I could actually play the tunes at 11, like the actual notes. I could play it. So I used to always do it, and I was blessed to like be raised up by some twins that stay across the street, and they were just musically to a whole nother level. They could have rap, sing, write, make beats. So I was blessed. Shout out to Ryan and Brian. You know, I said they already know. I'm from Ashleyville, out the west. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
So, but man, just being around them and just kind of picking it up, and I kind of got that ball and ran. You know, and I came to the north. And then introduced me to FL Studios. And that's what most producers make beats with now. Then once I saw that, it was like game over.
Man.
So, and from there, I think I started posting beats on MySpace. MySpace.
MySpace.
Shout out
That says it all right there.
Shout out to MySpace. The MySpace started. Remember, you could have put your little tracks.
That's even difficult.
Yeah.
You had to get the codes and all on the MySpace.
All that stuff, man. And I used to put like my beats on there. You could have put like 6 songs, either like 5 or 6 songs, and they were beats. And people started reaching out, and Mail out of Lab Junkies, he was one of the first people. Shout out to Mail, shout out to Lab Junkies. He was one of the first people who actually bought a beat from me and messed around. Bounce came out. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you bounce. That's my first local kind of big song, and
Yeah.
I can talk your head off, but from there y'all can imagine that was the beginning.
How much did you sell your first beat for?
How you could put my car like that?
I was
How did it
You
feel
was
to
just
sell a
starting
beat?
out now. Come on.
It was like $40.
Good money.
Yeah,
Good money back then,
it was
man.
good. It was enough for me to, buy other things I wanted to buy.
Right, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, and but it felt good. It felt good because it was a hobby. I used to run around. I think all rappers in the beginning, they got their little homeboys and all 6 of y'all just bouncing around.
Right.
I was getting a little tired of that.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to kind of like branch off a little bit. And once they started selling them beats, I was like, this could be a business.
Damn.
So, but I mean, it validated you.
That's what I was about to say.
You know what I'm
Validation.
saying?
Yeah.
It was more than the $40.
Yes,
It's letting you know that you feel the people feel the same way about it that you feel.
Right.
They know your craft.
Right.
You see your talent.
Yes.
Man. So what kind of difficult challenge you face, navigating, being in the industry, even if locally or in South Carolina, however, being in that game, that, good and bad.
I think one of the worst things is sticking to your prices. I think the mistakes I made was when I was younger. I wish I got a job at that time because I was making beats. I was making a living. I could have lived, but I didn't have enough to invest. So I read this book, when I was laying down. It was like residual income or just your business making enough for you to live. I didn't know I was wealthy at that time. I was actually paying my bills and everything else, but I didn't have nothing else after that. And I wish I was like, what? You should have just worked. And then it would have, I could have do more. But I would tell people, have something else coming in so you can keep the craft going. That's why I think some of my shortcomings came. And then also stick to your prices, man. People try to lowball you. I was going through that this morning.
Get them family prices.
Man,
What it is.
Cuz.
Hey, economy and stuff.
Prices going up.
So yeah, that's one of the hardest things in the industry. We call it placements. Like when you get beats to like industry artists, you gotta wait forever, and then you don't know to the last moment, and then they'll cut some checks. Now my biggest check came from shout out to Charlamagne.
Okay.
I did a commercial for him.
843 Dirt Road.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Just in a Django. They me like 12 grand.
Hey.
12 grand.
Okay,
Viacom.
let's go.
I was talking to Viacom. I ain't never talked to him, but he threw it a good ball. And
Right.
Oh, that 12 came through. I was like, whoa, like. So
I waiting on my 12.
Waiting for that 12. Waiting.
That's a good feeling.
That is a good feeling, man.
Yes.
Who have you worked with? Who have you worked with locally? In South Carolina. Some of the names that you've worked with. Because I done heard your beats. Anybody that got a beat out there, like I said a minute ago, I've heard that Mossberg Montana on so many.
Yes.
So many beats out there.
Yes. I mean, man, humbly, who haven't I worked with?
Right.
Like,
Real talk.
I don't even want to say a list because if I leave somebody out, I'm gonna leave somebody out. I know I've done work with over 100 to 200 to 300 to 400 artists down here.
Okay.
Like just whether if they fly by nights or there's somebody taking it serious, like everybody who y'all can imagine one way or another we might have crossed paths or something like that or did some type of work.
Right.
Right.
So I know that you want to kind of get into who Mossberg is, the man.
Yes.
What's Mossberg's name?
Corey.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk to Corey for a second. Corey.
Yeah.
Are you an only child? You grew up with siblings?
It's me and my little brother. I grew up, like I said, in Ashleyville. Of course, influenced by the streets. You know what I'm saying? I was one of them knuckleheads, just like everybody else. I maybe about 15, I started getting some health problems. But I'm gonna tell y'all that the pain, the purpose, and almost everything I went through. Like when I got some health problems, I used to get like these cysts, and it used to be all over me, right? So it got to the point so bad I used to have surgeries like 2 times a year. And like go to sleep surgery. They just taping me up. I'm out the mix for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? This went on for a while. Yeah, this went on for people didn't even know that. Like all in the middle of my bouncing, all that going on. I had that stuff going on. But the trick of that is I had a lot of time to work on my craft. Like that's when I started. Like I was angry, of course. I was like, man, God, why me? Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
But I was like, you know what? And how it really started, I was like, you know, I'm gonna make 4 beats a day. I'm gonna make 4 beats a day while I'm healing up, but that 4 beats turn to like about 200 to 300 beats.
Okay.
So now, you know what I'm saying, you gotta imagine now I'm trap housing it. You know what I'm saying? Man, I put this on everything, man. My mama driveway, I look like the Cardi show.
That's crazy.
Put them on a CD, and then I'll do like 3-4 doc.
Yeah, because you got so much built up.
Going ham, and anybody can vouch around that time, like probably like 2008 or 9 to like about 11 or 12. It was going crazy.
Man.
It was going real crazy. But I took that. They didn't know that I was actually going through them health problems at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I was just pouring in my craft, and I was like, you know what? Everybody making these type of beats. I want to make reggae beats too. I want to make R&B beats too. I want to make guitar beats too. So I really started to, you know what I'm saying, like get really better at making different genres, because Charleston only had one sound at that time.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, so like really, if somebody go real deep in my catalog, they'd be like, Mossberg been doing R&B beats for a while.
For sure.
Reggae for a while. Dancehall for a while. So for me, having all them surgeries actually made me even more sharper on my craft.
How did you come up with the name Mossberg Montana?
It was a hood damn.
I like it. It go hard.
They threw a Montana at the thing. I think I was telling the story about my homeboy. He had a Mossberg pump. And I don't know if necessarily if I was supposed to stuff like, oh, I was so amazed I was a little boy. But we are like, if you walk down our track, like if you can walk down our track long enough to take you to the river, and then it's actually, you know, the Charlestown Landing. Okay. And it was like some illegal, I don't want to say it's a legal bird, you know what I'm saying? But it was some bird, and I saw him shot it. And I was just a little boy, so amazed, like, you know, what type of gun that is. And then somehow, some way, you know, a couple years later, I was like, my name is Mossberg. I'm going to call myself Mossberg. And then that was the Montana era going on. Everybody was throwing Montana in. Yeah. But I didn't expect it was going to stick like that, you know. Like, I wouldn't want to be at this height of my career still being called Mossberg Montana.
I mean, I think it still works, you know what I'm saying?
The name is way bigger than the face.
Right.
The name took off, man. Like, it's unbelievable. Like that name was like, once we made the tag, shout out to Ace, and once we made the tag, I was like, I'm gonna tag everything.
I was about to ask you that, man. How did you come up with the idea to tag?
We had 3 tags. We had one. This girl was like, "Ooh, Mossberg," and then it was someone like, "Yo, Mossberg on the beat," and then he was like, "Mossberg Montana."
Yeah.
And then he put a bomb behind it. I was like, "Boy, this thing got fire." You know what I'm saying?
You didn't came back and use a couple of those because
I like all of them.
I heard all of them on
certain
beats.
beats.
The Berg, that beat cool. That's the new one I use, but sometimes I want to get a little fancy. I might throw that Berg, get a cut on them. But that tag done travel.
Man, I just one of the hardest tags out there, man.
Let's be
appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man.
So being in the streets, man, what kind of trials and tribulations have you dealt with in the streets, man? You know what I mean?
I know you said you did, you know, pre-show, you did some time.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't too crazy. I won't talk too much about my situation, but I did got locked up and I got humbled. That was more later, not recently. But it was just my time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like when God won his alone season, he's gonna get it. And I was fighting it. You know what I'm saying? I was fighting it. I was like, man, I don't want to be alone. I still want to do this. I still want to talk to her. I still want to do this. I want to still do that. And I already been told, like, oh yeah, God wants you.
Right. Okay.
You got a light on you. And I felt like that's when he wanted us a long time. And like I said, you know, when I got in there, I was like, I fasted. And then I really cracked open that Bible. I used to always go to sermons, listen to sermons. It's a whole different level once you crack that Bible open.
Oh, yeah.
Or I cracked that Bible open.
Right.
And then it made me feel a little bit more better because now I'm reading about David, I'm reading about Jonah, I'm reading about Job, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching Jesus walk. I'm all this and all that. And it's like, okay, like, to be honest, like, I'm putting that Bible a little bit more ratchet than what's going on right now, you know what I'm saying?
If you really read it, you know what I'm saying? You're like, what?
David, man, you know, so, but it was good because I was like, man, God can still use somebody like me. And it really kind of is part of my story. And I don't think people need to run from the things that they do or the things that happen in the dark, man. People always want to have this look, you know what I'm saying, and be like, oh, I don't go through nothing and all that, but they don't know, you know what I'm saying, there's beauty in the struggle.
For sure.
Beauty in that struggle, you know, so I'm not ashamed of it. People can laugh, they can do whatever, but when y'all see me persevere, you know what I'm saying, and going forward, then y'all know why, because I stick my chest up on every storm I had. From health, drug abuse, all that. I always stick my chest up, you know what I'm saying, and I just kept going, you know. So
you've been fighting this feeling for a while, and then you finally, you know, kind of lean into it, or is it just you made your mind up that, hey.
Did you grow up in church?
Yeah, of course. You know, Granny had me up in
there.
Okay. Granny had me up in there, but I I strayed away. But I always had a good heart. Like I ain't never been like super nasty out here, you know. Like I think it was anger and it was just wanting to do things my own way. And you know, when you got that calling on you, you gotta answer it.
Right.
You know, and just my time.
And, you know, and when you start speaking to people, you really got stuff to speak on. You can relate.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got all type of
stuff. You know, so
yeah.
that's part of that too. You know what I mean? It was you had to go through that in order to be able to reach who you're gonna reach.
Yeah.
You know, as you move forward in your journey, man. Man, I'm proud of you, man. That's what's up, man.
And I know you said you wanted to dig a little deeper into the fasting. You fasted, you said several times, right?
I done did what? I did a 10-day fast. My first fast was a 10-day. It was just water, lemon, cayenne pepper, and I think that was it. I did 10 days of that.
What? Yeah.
12-day watermelon, bunch of 5s, a bunch of 6 just waters. But the crazy thing about it, at the end journey of my health problems, remember the same health problems I'm talking about, like I stopped getting cysts. I stopped.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
You attribute that to the fast.
I'm gonna give it to God first, but definitely
of course.
Definitely the fasting, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it purifies the body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what it does, it eats, you know what I'm saying, all the bad cells. It gives the body a chance to rest because the body can't rest if you're consuming food.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to think you eat a good meal. The body is actually its own doctor. So really anything wrong with you, anything, I don't care what nobody say, fasting can really cure it, but it just matter how deep and what you putting in your body, herbs, you know, burdock root, bladderwrack root, sea moss, you know, stuff like that. It's matter about, you know, you detoxing the body and putting the right things in it to build it up.
So when you fast, and you sound like you had different type of methods of what you ate while you was fasting. You know, like you don't get weak or nothing, or you have.
I was about to say, come on now, because I heard people say by like day 3, they about ready to give in.
No, day 2. No, it's mental. It's mental when they say you want to give in because you see food like, and you maybe smell some stuff, or you might get a little bit irritable. You're not saying you get very angry and stuff like that, and it's just the parasites in you. The parasites control you more than you know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of anger, a lot of reasons why you might like chocolate, sex, all this and all that don't even necessarily be you. It'd be the parasite inside you. And people don't even know about that. You know what I'm saying? So now they're angry. They're like, you ain't giving us what we want.
Right.
So now I'm gonna make you mad. Now they're
making your body.
It's about fighting that temptation in that flesh. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you controlling the body. You gotta. If a man or a woman can control a body on that type of level, you're a dangerous person.
How did you come across the too fast? Like, what made you
the
look at
methods
too
of
fast?
I had a homeboy named Hollywood. Matter of fact, you remember Hollywood and Troy back in the day?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
Hollywood was the one who put me on. It was Hollywood and this girl named Tanika Reed. She does she's the Cocktail Bandits, I think. And they were talking about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. You know, and Hollywood was really on me with it, and he was like giving me herbs, sea moss and stuff, and I locked in. You know, I need to get on one now, and I ain't got on one when I got locked up, and I ain't got on one in a while. Like, so I'm ready to get on one now.
So when you're going through that, you can feel the clarity, you can feel your mind. Because it seems like you get kind of, because I know when you don't eat, you get kind of disoriented. But
Listen, my sugar be dropping. I be about to pass
I'm talking about next level. Like, I'm talking about, I was to the point, I'm walking like 5 miles. I'm doing push-ups. I'm doing like, yes, bro. Like, man, everybody should fast.
So out of all the methods you tried, which one you prefer, or which one you would tell somebody to start first?
I like the watermelon because it still gives you a chance to still eat something. You know what I'm saying? But watermelon is either 89 or 92% water anyways, you know what I'm saying? So, but it gives you that chance to eat it. It might get a little boring, but you keep on going. It's not too heavy on you. It detoxes you. So I would suggest watermelon.
Yeah, because Kylie Muscle, I watched him a little bit. He was big on the watermelon. He was fast with the watermelon, man.
Yeah, that's good.
I think that's what I probably could do.
Yeah, watermelon.
Just try to attempt to do it.
And muscle train. You know what I'm saying? Not too crazy, but the first time I got it, I was skinny fat. Like I got down about 226, and my homeboys it didn't look right on me. So I just started like doing push-ups, you know. So I was like, I'm gonna do 100 push-ups, 100 dips, you know what I'm saying? Get into it, and now this time around, that's what I'm probably going to do. I'm gonna try to go maybe about 3 days water, or 3 days watermelon, and then go water, and just kind of go back and forth. Maybe green apples. You know, like I'm gonna really just try to stay away from meat and dairy and all that stuff. That stuff ain't right for me.
Right. I'm hearing, as I get older, I hear that all the time, man. And even different people try, fasting and bringing up and talking about the clarity and all that. It's pretty much the same thing you're talking about, man.
Clarity. I mean, the music was next level. Like everything was just next level. Like
wow.
Yes, it was.
That's what's up. And I did want to say that I like what you touched on earlier about figuring out that you needed to have some type of 9 to 5 or some type of extra income in order to like sustain your lifestyle. And I think for a lot of artists, at least I have a lot of artists in my family, and I know a lot of artists, and a lot of times, you know, they could be super focused on the craft, and they don't really want to do much of anything else, and you know what I'm saying? They gotta like
right now.
You're going through it right now. So I mean, for those out there, can you speak a little further into that? Because I know, man, what gets you to the point where you like, okay, I'm gonna have to get some money up in here and do something steady for real.
Beyond you already making money, because you said you made money.
Yeah, you was making money,
which is amazing, because it sounds like you came out like as soon as you started doing beats, you already was making an income off of it.
It's just like any other business, though. It's gonna slow down. Then you gotta think like YouTube. Somebody could just type in the beat and get a beat for free.
Right. AI now.
Yeah, the game start changing.
My client's getting older. You know, you gotta think I'm 38, so it have a season, so you always have to like. I think these days of time, if you are a musician or a producer or whatever, you have to have double hats. So it worked with me doing kind of like the gospel rap and doing that, because now I'm putting my face out and it's kind of tying everything together. Like you just can't be just a one-trick pony no more.
Right.
You gotta have like something else to make people interested.
Okay.
You know, so right now my struggle is really I got my CDL.
Okay, so
yeah, it's good.
It's a process. My brother got a CDL too, but it's a process.
It's just the hours.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that's literally, I'm talking to y'all as I was going through this 2 days ago. It's like, I'm starting this new job and I'm like, man, by the time I put my feet up and get me something to drink and take a shower, I need to go to sleep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you short haul or long haul?
No, I'm short haul. It's just off the port and back, but we got to get up 3.
But no, we gotta
get up 3. You know what I'm saying? Just to prep, get ready, and then go to the port. And you might still get off 1 or 2, but you know, since I knew I'm expecting a little bit later while I'm learning it. But man, the other day I was just doing training. I wasn't even driving. And by the time I got in the house, I done run my mouth, keep eating a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Take a shower. I was already saving. I was like, man, there ain't no way saving, you know, and you can't be playing around in that truck and be half sleepy.
No, for sure.
Yeah, so right now, like I'm trying to balance it. Like I might have to put the music aside just a little bit, which I always kind of go mode anyways, you know. But I really need to run that check up.
I know that
real good, you know. So I'm actually, as I'm giving y'all advice, I'm going through that right now, trying to really figure it out. You know?
So how have people accepted your transition? You know, like as far as, you know, but you say you still make the beats though.
Oh yeah.
Was you rapping before you started going gospel?
Okay. I was, what it called, secular music?
Secular. Now you don't know the name no more. All right, that boy playing.
I was working for the enemy, boy. I used to be talking all type of trash.
He's been working for the enemy.
I've been popping,
So do you feel like now, like you say, you was popping back then, the music today and what the kids are listening to, do you feel like music does have that much of an influence?
Yes.
And that, you know what I'm saying, we as hip hop heads or you know, those of us who know better should try to change, and I don't even know if it's really even changed, right, but hold artists more accountable maybe for their platforms?
That's a good question. I would like positive. I would like more people to be more positive, you know, but everybody got to find their way to it. You know, when I was doing it, like, they were like, you brave to do it, like, and people thought I would have got a bunch of backlash, but I didn't. If it was, I'm pretty sure there's people, you know, what's right. I never got a chance to see it.
Well, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad too, because I'm one of them type to be like, dang, you know, but I never saw it, you know. And then the messages, I had just dropped an album like about 2 weeks ago. But I leaked it maybe like 2 weeks early, and man, the messages, man, like, man, there was this one girl, she was like, she had played it, she was eating crab with her sister, you know what I'm saying? She said by the time she get to song 3, she done been crying.
Yeah, man, we was listening to it before you came in, man. It's the way you do it, man. It's good. It's good.
Right, and I got plenty of those. I'm talking about girl saying her son got shot and she needed this, so when you hearing and seeing that, that's that motivation, you know, and it's crazy. And I'm gonna say it on the camera, like, as in this process right here, I haven't really seen too much music scene people support, like, and I know the old me would have felt some type of way, but it's so much regular people and I not say regular, but people
it's not on that
music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like that's a blessing because before I would have wanted to support of the music scene, you know, but it seems like now I'm growing real fans now. Right. I look at my likes, I can probably count, I can have 200 likes, and I promise you, it's maybe only 5 people that I know either do music or do beats. And I was like, you know what, my music really reaching the people it's supposed to reach. You know, so.
And what's the one you just dropped, Paying the Purpose? Or?
Yeah, Paying the Purpose, from Paying the Purpose, yeah.
So that's pretty much the name, is pretty much your journey?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And all the songs that kind of leading up into that?
Yes, sir.
Y'all definitely got to check it out.
Check it out, man.
Yeah, all platforms, right?
Yes. I didn't know I was listening to it. Do you still tag your beats in there?
Yeah, I put the Ayo Berg. I might cut a little short, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like I didn't hear it. I was like,
I can hear it, my dog. I need you to do a little rap.
I might do it sometimes on a new one. I'm working on another one too, but
And how long have you been working on this album up until you drop it?
Maybe about 2 months.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like not even 2 months. Yeah, about 2 months. Yeah.
So is that sort of therapy to get in there and get it off your chest, especially now with your new journey and dropping your?
Yeah, it was. At that time was a real ugly time. You know what I'm saying? Life was looking kind of crazy, and that was the only option I had. You know what I'm saying? Just to do it. I didn't know what my future had looked like at the time, and I met this talented engineer, and he was actually coming to the house and recorded me, and just took off. Man, I think I did about 15, 16, 17 songs, and we cut it down to a good 9. You know, and just put it out.
Okay. Would you how long are you gonna push this one? Because if you know you got a lot more to say.
Oh yeah.
So how long you gonna be sitting on this one before you drop the next one? Because you got a lot on your mind like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to go by my birthday. I'm a Scorpio, November 20th. So yeah. So I'm at least by every 2-3 months.
You keep their foot on their neck, huh?
Yeah, got to. Yeah.
That's what's up. Because I was recently. NBA YoungBoy did a concert, and they were showing how, the YNs been out there just going crazy, and you got to have a reverse side. You got to have, that's what you're doing, because they've been worshiping this dude. You know what I'm saying? And his music is demonic in a sense.
Very.
He got some of the worst fans.
So you agree with that?
It is. I mean. One of the creators, been, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Satan himself, you know what I'm saying? He thought he was so beautiful, and I think he was the head of music and all that. So music always had kind of a bad taste, but the rhythm and what it does and how it moves people, music is just amazing, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it has a bad name, but it's going to take the people like me and Lecrae's and these other people that really kind of could spin to it. You know?
I feel so bad I don't remember. What's the name of the Jordan Peele movie that just came out? That was
him? No, him is about to come out.
No. The one before that about the boy who was playing the guitar.
Oh, Sinners. I know Jordan. Yeah, Jordan Peele did do that.
I don't know. Maybe I got the wrong.
You're talking about Sinners.
I'm talking about Sinners.
With the twin brothers.
Yes, with the twin brothers.
Yes.
So your take on that movie? Were you feeling? I know a lot of people were just feeling like it was about the conflict between good and bad, playing for the devil, playing for God.
Yeah, because in a sort of way, it seems like, labels really only want that. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a YN out here, kind of shot a couple people and got a fan base, they can sign them quick. You know what I'm saying? Like it's used to promote whatever agenda they want, you know what I'm saying, to do. So of course it's hard being a little bit of positive and putting the music into it. So but then when I look at the Christian hip hop side, they were kind of on some Eminem rapping kind of. It seemed kind of corny a little bit, that's the first thing my partner was like. He was like, if you can do it, Bird, don't make it corny. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to use the YN beats, but I'm going to just use my story. Because if you notice, my beats really kind of, it can fit in their lane. You know what I'm saying? Doing some hip hop and all that. No, we about to trap these beats out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to rap my message.
Okay.
So that was the trick of the plan, and I felt like I had that conversation with God. I was like, all right, God, if I do this, I'm gonna get a little ratchet now,
Right.
Get corny, but my beats, I'm gonna play around on some beats.
Right. Because it's about getting attention. It's about
getting attention.
Getting them to listen to what you say.
I always say, bring them to the water and then let God do the rest.
That was what was prophesied in my life. Like it wasn't necessarily for the church people; it's for the lost. And a lady said, you are the link that makes the lost to the file. You know what I'm saying? So that's my job, So.
Right. Have you cause we did a show with one choice church. He do
Yeah, Choice. He
Choice,
does gospel
yeah. He
music
do
as
gospel
well.
music too.
Yes.
Yeah, he he pretty much he ain't been in the streets as much, but he started out as a mainstream a rapper or whatever. He kind of converted.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? So, check that out when you get a chance.
So,
I seen
yeah,
His catalog is so versatile. Shout out
is,
to him
it
for
is.
sure. I'll
okay,
definitely send you some of his stuff after the show.
I'm trying to work with more people, so yeah.
And his music kind of like, similar, because
Okay.
one of the things I asked him was, because, I like my old school gospel.
Yeah.
Come on in the room and stuff like that. I'm moving up the mountain. So, I was kind of hesitant, to kind of, get into Christian rap.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I hear and cause like I said, you can have me moving.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I appreciate what you're doing, man.
And some of the Christian R&B, people are really doing their thing. I mean, it's a little something out there for everybody at this point.
Yeah.
But kudos to you for picking a lane that will attract the youth.
Right.
Because I think there's so many mixed messages out there right now. You know what I'm saying? Social media is going crazy with bad information. You know what I'm saying? Like too much information at a young age.
Too much.
And I think that you definitely setting a platform to attract them. So that's what's up.
Appreciate it.
Right. Man. So what's selling your beats back then and moving beats now, all these years later, what's the difference with it? Like, is it more difficult? Is it more competition? Social media.
Yes, it's
Social media has changed the game for sure.
Oh yeah,
but you can get it out faster too to more people though.
Yeah, social media is like, I guess it was a gift and a curse. Like just like CDs and streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like streaming and Holly, they giving rappers pennies. But they got an opportunity to have their music heard, across the world from the internet. But I like the CD game, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you could have
was dope.
Right. Them days are never coming back, but
Yeah.
but you're right. You really could have
just like standing in line
and you
for
can see
Jordan,
your money. You can hand for hand.
I would have been in front of them churches with them thing. I knew they would go buy them $10. I got this gospel thing, But it's as far as beats, right now it's about hitting a home run for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm working with some little kids in New York right now. There's like 4 little kids, 5. They call it Little Rascals, and they right there at the door.
Okay.
And I just happen to be blessed to already produce the whole project.
Oh, that's what's up.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And they told me Jermaine Dupri just was talking about somebody need to copy that formula what he did with Bow Wow. It just sort of happened. We already
that's smart, yeah.
Right, we up 7 or 8 songs already. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I got my finger crossed with that. I always have little opportunities here and there, like how that Charlemagne thing is always it's just come out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? So I always run across whether email or connection or somebody be like, hey Bird, this going on, send some beats here. That's how I got most of my placements, Pee Wee Longway.
I'm gonna ask you, what's some of the artists that we wouldn't think that you have, that have your beats that's in the industry and stuff like that? Pee Wee Longway is one of them.
Yeah, Pee Wee Longway, Jose Guapo, Pastor Troy and Snoop got one. Pastor Troy and
Love me some
and Rich Boy got one. White Say Ray Catherine Cardi B.
Damn. Okay.
Tootsie and this dude named LG Malik got one. This is new kid called YWMO. He's a real big kind of comedian / rapper. He got one. Man, I'm pretty sure.
So how did they came across your beat and how did they connect with you?
Yeah, but say if we want a beat, how we get a beat from you for real?
Regular, of course, I promote it online, but all those stories, like Pastor Troy one was, I think he just put up his email and and I just sent some beats over. But the story was so crazy, I forgot how I got back in contact with him. He had to get in contact with me for some track outs. But he was like, boy, you know how much I love you.
Troy be down here all the time.
Right, so I was like, he was in the studio recording. They must have been at Patchwork, and he was like, Snoop and Daz were just walking down the hallway. And Snoop was like, yo, what beat this is that? Sample, show me sample. Hustling 9 to 5, that's the name of the song. And he was like, Snoop and Daz, it sounded like he got the feature for free. You know what I'm saying? Just because he was just at the right place,
at the right time,
right beat. You know what I'm saying? And that Mossberg beat must have been
your beat.
Rocking in there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just always been situations like that. Pee Wee Longway was, I was in Atlanta. I think I saw Dirty Dave truck. Mm-hmm. But Dave wasn't in it. That was when he was in his run at the time. It was this guy named Too Official and Dollar. Remember Player Circle when it was Teddy Boy and Dollar?
Yep.
Yeah, it was Dollar and Too Official. And I was like, my name is Mossberg Montana. My bad. I thought you were Dirty Dave. You know, I wanted to just politic in Atlanta. He's like, what your name is? I'm like, Mossberg. He said, oh, you the dude who they even talked on the radio?
Yeah, so you reached me all out there like that.
Man, it was like that, dog.
That tag, bro.
Like, that tag. That tag. Way gone, you know, and from that, I met him, and he introduced me to Pee Wee Longway, and then I used to go to Atlanta, work with Pee Wee, and I believe Pee Wee and Young Thug, I know when I was there, because I met Young Thug when he was a little boy, so Pee Wee and Young Thug might got like two or three, but they never came out, you know what I'm saying, but Pee Wee Longway, we didn't show had built a relationship at that time, you know what I'm saying, and he had some records out. Young Thug was a boy at that time, he reminded me of one of my little boys in my neighborhood, he was just gambling.
That's crazy.
You know, man. Doing stuff. But my homeboy was like, you see that little boy? That little boy could be a star one day.
Damn. So you done been in the mix.
Been in the mix, bro. Without even being in the mix. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I ain't even gonna make it seem like I was just like a fly in the wall too, but I had them beats. You know? Hey, I got them beats. Hey, play them beats, you know, and
So you make beats, man, but you produce people's songs too, right?
Yeah,
so you can produce it too.
Yeah.
So who have you worked with, or like who have you produced that had a real influence on you when you actually been working with them?
Kind of producing funny, man, because people don't be wanting people to kind of help them with their songs and locally, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing it for years on the low. A lot of people not really gonna give credit. I done the hook need to go here, do this, do that. I've been kind of doing it on the low, but people be kind of be like, you know, keep it on the hush. So but I got a partner, and I really showed it on social media yesterday. I got a partner named Mez. And I know Mez next. And yesterday was the first time, day before yesterday, the first time I really was in there. Like it was two guitarists. I was like, hey, y'all play this. You should rap like this. Hey, good, like on some Barry Gordy, I might have just put some drums on and that's it. And it was the most amazing feeling I ever had because I always know I was a producer.
Okay.
Like I don't just want to make beats and send it. I'm like, I'm a producer. Like I know I can hear a hook and be like, it was so scary. I used to listen to albums back in the day and I could have picked what songs was the song that was gonna go on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like just listen to the Air Force, Air Force. Right. I always said no, you know. So
you say you playing the keyboard like a 1 year old or something. Your boy said you came out playing the keyboard.
Oh, he was Ray Charles on the
You came out the womb with a keyboard.
I have a diamond, man.
Oh, man, but that's what's up, man. Yeah. Talent is you know, undeniable, man.
Yeah, man.
And I know you've gotten a lot of love from Charleston. I mean, you've been in the game for a long time. Yes. And then there have been times where maybe you ain't really felt the love like that. You know what I'm saying? Tell us what was going on with it. Because it means some highs and lows and how it feels coming from your own people, you know, when maybe they kind of misunderstand you.
I think it first started with it. I'm gonna just keep it real. I think when I started getting as big as the rappers, that's where the problem started. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt producers always was kind of the nerdy, maybe kind of, you know what I'm saying? And like it was like Mossberg a little too cool. And I ain't gonna lie, really the females the one who really had turned me up because they really were knowing who I was. You know what I'm saying? And it changed my fan base a little bit because it was like most of the producers were chasing, you know what I'm saying, the rappers and doing all this and all that. I was just growing a whole, because most of my bounce, clappery, I might be.
Oh, yeah, clappery.
Yeah, get it in.
So girls like, I'm pretty sure a bunch of boyfriends, man, Mossberg didn't come up to the girls.
Right.
But it really, it helped. And I think as I started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, they were like, yo, he ain't trying to be no little quiet producer.
For sure, right,
Our name. Right, we talking about our song. They talking about Mossberg got the beat, and I think it was a conflict. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that backlash. And at the time, I was a little unhumble too. You know what I'm saying? I was spilling myself, but I always was a good worker. I never really did no funny business and nothing like that.
Good,
you know,
right.
So, like I never did none of that. And I hit my low. I think one time I probably just was partying too much. I've been a rock star on the low. A lot of people didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? And I think I was just.
That was the era though. Party like a rock star. You know what I'm saying? And we took it so serious back then.
That, and I think, you know, I wasn't really on my craft as much as I really was on because I came from one space where I had a health problem and I just wanted to be heard. You know what I'm saying? So you can imagine that energy, like you know what I'm saying, like that Mossberg when like the Charleston gonna know who I am. I don't care what I got going on. And then it was that second stage, like a little bit after bounce, like right with Clappery hitting on. I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to the corner store. He's like, you know what I'm saying? So I think it did get to my head a little bit, but you know, I think I probably stopped like slowing down on my craft a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I know I wasn't doing no full beat today, and it kind of just. But it seemed like every time it went down, it was always something because I think like around Clappery, I'm pretty sure the Pee Wee stuff I might have already did that, but the chicken that hit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Boy, when that chicken, and I can keep it funky. I did not even start the chicken. It was Doogie and Fady Boy and somebody else that made the song on a Project Pat beat.
Right. And that's what they were doing. Everybody's rapping on the beat.
On the beat. So I'm on the work truck just chilling. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go home and remake that Project Pat beat, and I'm just put it out there. Boy, I go home, remake that beat. I look on SoundCloud the next day, 20K views, almost 11,000 downloads.
That's crazy.
I say, boy, you know. So I'm like, all right, I had no plan of making no challenge or doing nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to remix the beat over a little bit because if you really listen, there's some versions that people are using Project Pat beat, and then there's a lot of versions using mine. Right. Now, I think, you know, when I got on the news with it, I think Raphael James was like, this is the perfect person to use. He kind of, you know, he can speak well, you know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, you know, because I'm pretty sure
people can understand what you're saying.
Yeah, he probably had a couple options, but he like, this is the one right here who's not gonna make me look crazy on Line 5.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, and that was kind of like a low slope, and that just took me off right there. And then I might became after that. You know what I'm saying? And then when VT got in a situation with Red Cafe, the Cardi B and the Red Cafe
VT was up there. Hey, I can't.
Shout out to VT.
He was right there, man. Right there, bro.
Right there, but
man.
His connection would happen. With him and Red Cafe working, it put me in a situation for Red Cafe to have a song with Cardi B.
Okay.
You know, so I just wish he had waited a little longer for Cardi B to kind of. It was early Love and Hip Hop Cardi B.
Okay.
Right. Get to that Bodak Yellow Cardi B.
Yeah. That's the one that said it all.
Let's be clear.
He dropped that just a little too early. You know what I'm saying? But I always have them waves, you know. Right. So,
and you definitely have some good waves, man. Like we talking about whole eras for people. You know what I'm saying? Yes. People can remember making babies.
Oh, you know right. I can imagine.
Boy, after you done Clappery in the club all night, you going home with something.
And one of the blessings that we all share in is getting old. To where you can learn your lessons and be able to learn from your mistakes, change. Yeah, you know what I mean. And you know, and that seems like that's where you at. You know, you're getting older, and you know, you change your ways, and now you're taking a new path, man. That got you where you at right now. Like you said, you getting baptized tomorrow, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, before we get too positive on it, though, let's go back for a second.
Yeah, back ratchet. I'll ratchet.
Let's go back for a second, because you know what I'm saying.
Just to buy your Mossberg.
You know,
let's get it.
You know, some people might want to know. So,
awesome.
You said, you know, we went through the whole era where you had the lady fan base.
Oh yes. Yes.
And you said it went to your head a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So is that when the kids came along around that time?
No. Well, the kids were, but the kids weren't associated with that. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. You know, like my baby mamas, they cool. Like that would have been crazy though. It could have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it just, I'm glad it didn't. Well, you know what? I know they probably been liking Mossberg there too. You know, I don't even know. But I mean, you know, but it was just, you know, I was David. You know, I said in the Bible, like the women been coming. You know what I'm saying? And I was street enough, but then I was talented enough too, because I ain't all the way street. You know what I'm saying? And I can carry myself. I can politic, but I kind of figured that out a little early. I forgot this girl name, and I was like. You know, she would just talk about different artists. So I was like, how y'all feel about Mossberg? It was like early. She was like, people know you, and you kind of had some too.
Yeah.
So
What I got myself into. You should tell me that.
Because artists kind of get looked like that. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. People, when you think about producers, you don't even think about looking at them in that type of light.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of angle on that a little early in my career. You know what I'm saying? I said, but a woman on one. And that just happened. It happened all Now the songs by them boys rocking up and all that clappery and all that, people think that I'm just a club producer. I was making everything. Them just was the songs that just happened to took off. So like once I saw Bouncing, like them girls used to be on their neck, and I was like, dang. And when Bouncer died down, I was like, no, Lord, don't take it from me. You know what I'm saying? I just get that piece of land. I just get that piece of land. But when clappery hit.
So you was able to balance that love, work.
Oh yeah.
Not get in too much trouble.
Man, I never really get in trouble. It was just more just riding around the city and just having fun and making music.
Yeah.
Because I read, I think a Facebook post you made recently about how you are not really looking for anything serious. You just kind of, concentrating on. For the ladies, somebody might want to know you. So you're single currently, and you ain't looking for nothing serious. You're not. Excuse me for the English majors. I ain't got real.
I just think honestly, I need to take my time and heal. You know what I'm saying? I think I never really healed since my first relationship. I just was like, psh, psh. And then once you start diving deep into yourself, and then you start seeing the stuff that you be doing wrong, then you're like, oh,
I'm at fault.
It wasn't her. It was a little
I
bit
went
me.
through a couple of hurt that I'm like, I don't like that, but then I'm like, how many times I been somebody else feel like that? I was like, I look in the mirror one day and I just be like, boy, ain't the devil, Berg, you wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's the devil. And I tell people, I say, y'all get the devil too much credit, man, and that handicap you from working on yourself.
Yeah, and you gotta check yourself, man. I'm glad you said that, man.
That's you gotta check yourself.
Have you had to go back and have you gotten far enough in your healing journey where you've gone back and apologized to someone?
I apologize. I'm doing it right now.
Your World My Opinion exclusive. Your World My Opinion exclusive. They gotta watch the show now.
Yeah, that's Mossberg apologized to 150 people. But I always been apologetic. But I was talking to this therapist, and I was like, you know what? There's a difference between forgiving and forgetting. I think people like to forget.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Not forgive. They like to forget. Then you put a bunch of good memories on top of it, and then now you calling it forgive.
Yeah.
Right, but when another thing happened, it ain't even gotta be that come up. It can be a similar thing. Yeah. And then you wonder why am I at a 5 when this happened? When you forgive, bring it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still I'm at the 5 where I've been at.
So in the vein of talking about all the attention that you've gotten, you know what I'm saying? Past and now present. Now that you have switched over into gospel, is the female attention the same or different, or
it's even more like, man, you a black man talking about God, and they see you walk it. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's amazing. They really own it because at the end of the day, a female want a strong man. And you talking about God and you making it cool. You ain't over too far this way. You ain't over too far this way. That's the blessing that I had, that I just sit right in the middle. I still can be like, hey, I got my faults. You know what I'm saying? I ain't perfect, but y'all boys see me striving. Right. And people that know me for different seasons of my life, but it always, no matter if I feel like it's going like this, for some reason everybody always sees well, I seen Mossberg.
Just keep growing. That's all I've seen.
Them church girl different though. You know what I'm saying?
And they ratchet too. And they
I'm gonna say the boy different. They come at it a little different way. You know what I'm saying? Them boy they want to jump on a hook real quick in the studio.
Right.
I've been at a church one time, and I'm glad I met my brother. Been at a church. I've been at a church, and I ain't lied. The church had them thing in there, and I say, man, they're saying that I ain't getting no message right now. You know what I'm saying? In there, I say, boy, I'm so glad I met this man at that church. There's no family over there. Right. Boy, that last church I've been in, boy, even boy, I know what I going to church for, and I'm like, God, I'm sorry, but it's to clean it up a little bit though. It's just, I think women love the movement. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I think they really do, and they're
a solid fan base. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Once you get women behind you and invested, man, they gonna ride the ups and downs with you. R. Kelly still got faithful fans. You know what I'm saying? After all the drama, I still love Michael.
They see past your faults. And they can carry you when you need to be carried. You got the right one, man. You know what I'm saying? And mentally too.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And we was talking about the mental. We took a short break. You know what I'm saying? Coming up in Charleston, Charleston is significant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've said it on previous shows about how I love my city. I think we represent it well. I'm super proud of what we're doing right now in the movement and the motion. Let's keep going. At the same time, we can be a little cliquish. It can be a little hard, you know what I'm saying, to get your people behind you. Can you talk to that experience?
Hey, I always say, you know, good kid in Mad City. When I started, man, I was the most friendliest. Can I go to the studio with you guys? Can I? Boy, I got met with so many no's. No. And I hated that because it took that kid up. I'm just getting back to that kid with music. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you before, like, but at that time, they didn't know the beats they were creating. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh, y'all want to rock with me? Oh, y'all don't want to listen to my beats? Y'all want to do that? All right, I shutting down everything. For sure. Ain't no sales going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no, like, I'm pumping on beats, you know, and I don't want the new generation to have to go through that. And I heard, like, I was just talking to a producer the other day. He was like, you know, I done send out beats to so-and-so, 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 and so-and-so. And his beats hard. Yeah. And he was just like, man, people ain't even messaging me back. And I was just like, man, I remember, like, being like that. Like, you know, I'm like, man, I'm rapping one of your beats. You know what I'm saying? Come on, I got you, you know, like, and I wish there were more me back then. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't about to name drop, but them boy, there only been a selected few who been like really rocking with bourbon. Once I catch that wave. Yeah. Oh,
your mind blowing.
And now you can give back. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you could be that you. Yeah. You know what's up. That's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up.
Charleston is, I feel like if you can make it in Charleston, you can make it anywhere. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like Charleston problem is they might look at other cities, you know what I'm saying, like seem like they going through stuff and they don't work together, but they really do, because somehow, some way, even in controversy, they still moving forward.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We have controversy and move backwards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shut it down. Come on, Charleston, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, people just don't like to work together. Whether it's beef or wherever it is, you know, hidden agendas or whatever it is, like, it's just...
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, people feel like you may be stepping in their lane a little bit or whatever. And it's money out here for everybody. It's an audience out here for everybody. It is. You know what I'm saying?
And I think as the culture grow and we get more established, it'll be more of that. And I think we're on our way. I really do. You know, things like this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, you know, staying positive.
Y'all putting the spotlight on people right now. Like,
definitely trying to,
we
man.
Need that. We need that.
You know, and I love it. I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with, you know, the temptations, you talk about being in church and having these temptations, man. How is it battling?
No, because you did say you've been sober for how long? Because we can speak about that journey.
December 19th will be 5 years. I used to be on cocaine.
Oh, man.
Congratulations, man. Okay.
Like 5 years. And I mean, you can imagine, y'all just say all them hit songs. So imagine on the low, y'all don't even know that been going on. Just imagine how I've been living. So one thing, like I said, I'm always referred to paying the purposes, because now it's like, even if I come through a temptation, I had to go through that to be strong for this. You know what I'm saying? So now any kind of storms that I see kind of moving forward now, and they're like, I survived it then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I go survive it now, you know. So that temptation ain't had nothing to do when I've been back then. You can imagine the height of my career, doing that, doing all this and all that with all the women, like, but I always still hold myself together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I always did. So temptation, you see it, you always could be tempted to do something, man. You put your head down, you keep on moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it was, you know, so.
And I mean, you know, you talk about fasting, so if you can be disciplined to fast, you know what I mean? That's really a mental thing right there, fasting, man. So that lets us know that, you know, temptation ain't gonna be a problem.
No, man, this world is 90% like mental, man. Like the devil don't do as much as people think he do. Most of the problems is us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And really most of the problems is up here.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like once you kind of got up here on luck a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like you good. Yeah. You know, so.
And I mean, for people who, like, I guess not for people, but rather you started, drinking, smoking. What made you go to coke?
Wow. I love how you say
I asked, right?
No, I love to put my story out there because it could be somebody going through what I went through and they can help them. It's just, I don't know. I guess maybe just growing up in a neighborhood and just I'm a social person. I'm a social person, you know what I'm saying? So I think anything I was doing, whether smoking weed or anything, I just always loved to chill with my homeboys.
Right.
So it never was, you know, you have some people do it for this reason, like life was so tough. I don't remember life being so tough. Even though I had some bad, the health and the health might have played a part too. But for the most part, I like just being social, talking to.
It's a celebrity drug too.
Yeah,
it is.
It's a celebrity drug.
You know, one thing though, one thing that was so crazy, I never could have mixed that with music. And I'm kind of glad because maybe I would have had to depend on it to do music. For some reason, even with weed, like I used to try to smoke weed and like make beats, it never worked. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing I did drinking.
Yeah, that was your blessing in disguise for real.
It could have handicapped me. So now I would always feel like I got to go to that to do that. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, I never could have blended two. I never, in the midst of everything going on, I never could have blended music with it. And you see it all the time. Bobby Brown, Chris Brown, everybody else is like, they're doing that while they do it. I just couldn't. I tried now.
Right. Because you see a lot of artists talk about being addicted to lean, and a lot of it being the fact that they needed it in the studio. It started there.
Like every time I tried, like I think I tried to smoke weed to make a beat. I was on a beat for like 6 hours.
Right.
And that's you ain't being productive, man. You can't do 4 beats in a day like that.
Yeah, and when you love making beat, you can't fuck with it.
I was still listening to this beat. I done go and eat, take a nap, still working on the beat. I was like, no, that's it.
Did the beat come out extra tight though?
I think it was kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie, but that's too long.
That's too long.
6 hours on the beat now. No.
Damn.
Where was your bottom with it then?
What do you mean for the bottom? Like, where was my...
Like, were you like, I gotta quit this. This is enough, it's enough.
I went through some stuff. I ain't gonna expose it too much, but I got myself in a little situation that was a little too sticky for me. And when I looked in the mirror, I was like, bro, you ain't no junkie.
Yeah.
You a king.
Yeah, for sure.
You're a king, you know what I'm saying? In that moment, it's crazy. No rehab, no nothing, just boom.
Yeah.
Stop, you know what I'm saying? But I write a book now, and I'm gonna trip y'all out. You gotta be very careful with your tongue. And I said it was my book. Like anything that you speak on, you know what I'm saying, it can happen to you. You know what I'm saying? And I've done watch my tongue did great things and bad things for me. So I went like maybe a year and a half. And I had told him, I used to trip my homeboy. I used to have a homeboy at the time. We used to do a thing. He was like so proud of me and all that. I said, the only way I'm gonna come back outside if you're a red bone who doing with me.
Right.
What come up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Boy.
Yeah.
Boy, the devil, boy. Listen.
Hey, he got it ready for you.
Right. I mean, and you know that's the thing about, coke, it is a celebrity drug.
Yeah.
You want to celebrate with it.
You want to celebrate
and women love it. The ones that do.
And that power of that tongue. I realized for maybe about 2 or 3 weeks, and after that, no. Like I was just like, no, we ain't going back to that. I fight so hard, never turn back around again.
And but they got things to keep you away from it too.
Congratulations.
They keep your PP fall and they don't do nothing. It got some stuff that'll make you be like, fuck that shit.
I haven't.
I don't know.
Listen, when you in that situation, it's like the devil is a liar. You ain't never had that problem?
Oh, I have a good.
Hey, let you tell it.
Well, no, hey, I see some people be able to move on it, but everybody can't move on it, boy. And you be looking at it, and they be looking at you, and you like, no.
I think it was. Boy, y'all got me talking about this thing. It was that Bobby Brown effect, because it was the reason why I wanted to do it.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So it was like, boy, about 8 or 9 them beats and them sales out the way. Boy, that phone pumping, I ain't everybody in, but pump. Right. 1 o'clock come, I ain't getting nothing back. Who up? Boy, I don't know who outside of it. Boy, used to put the who outside.
Right.
That's all you had to say.
I was, man, it was, because I connected that with females. And then I'm a black producer who worked with females, so it just
there's a lot of stuff. You up late, you working late, it keep you up, it keep you going. It's a lot of stuff with it.
But it took away a lot. You know what I'm saying? It took away. I lost relationships. I lost the money.
I was saying it's expensive.
And my mom found out about it. I hurt my soul. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can laugh and geek about it, but it was a lot of losses that came behind it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of pain that came behind it. And it was just like, man, when you a king, and I really feel I'm a king, man. It's just like I can't do this right.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like it had me cashing. I was like, no.
Right.
Well, I love and admire the man you are today.
Right, I admire it too, man.
We have seen throughout this show, like, you have been very transparent, and you've really showed, like, how you can, recognize that you are a king and get back to that. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of people that's going to be watching this show that's going through some of the stuff you talked about going through. And seeing your transition, and you know what I'm saying? Like you say, you get baptized tomorrow, man. And,
yes.
And they could dip you in there.
I did be my 3rd time. I'm
okay, I was about to say, we're gonna bring that up.
my third time.
Because why you got to do it 3 times, my dog? They boy say the first time you good.
The first time I been a kid, the second time they hold me down the left side. I was like, Pastor, I ain't care if I pass off. Just
right.
Get all of it. Get about Pastor.
Yeah.
But it just, man, the number 3 is something special to me, and the church I go to now. Shout out to Shepherd House, Outreach Ministry.
Shout out to Shepherd House.
Family,
love right there.
This ain't no regular church, you know.
Yeah.
Like they family, so it felt right. I wanted to do it with them, like. And he gave me the option, you know what I'm saying? Pastor Staley gave me the option. He was like, you don't have to get baptized. I was like, no, it'd be an honor to get baptized.
I know that's right.
He like my pops, you know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
I wanted to
everybody daddy for real.
Right?
Shout out to him.
The pastor, man.
For real, man. Hey. And you know, and he had his journey too.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's why he's able to relate to you and understand what you need to take your own journey to get there, man.
So real quick, I know we're probably about to close up soon. Where you're at currently, the expectations that come with the man that you're trying to represent. How do you manage and deal with that and reconcile that? Because I know from my own church background, without telling too much of my own business, it could be a lot. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. I think one day at a time. Like I have my moments when I kind of just want to get away from the world, and I try to work through that. But I also need to learn how to relax and when to rest. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I was little, I was told that I was lazy so much. That was just something they used to say. I don't think I was that lazy.
Right.
That it got me to the point that I don't know how to rest.
Rest, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I always feel like I
gotta be doing something.
And now I'm like, you know what? You gotta rest. You know, and taking really one day at a time. And the expectations are always gonna be there since I put kids on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter, like I have to wake up and be a parent. Like ain't no, taking no day off, even though I feel the mothers have the more load of it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, but just being a father, you have to keep striving. So I look at my spiritual life. It'd be some days I'd be like, man, I ain't pray today, I ain't pray tomorrow. Get back on it. Right. Same thing with the music. I ain't make no beats. Get back on it. Same thing with the father. I call my son. My son stay in Florida. Of course, my daughter right there. I might go a day. It's people strive for perfection and they shadow progress. Right.
Exactly.
Life is progress.
It is
progress, but people don't know what progress look like. Progress look crazy.
Right.
They think it's just
They think it's a straight line up.
No, it's never gonna be. But the moment you feel is when you stop.
Right.
And I ain't stopping.
And that's what you can't do. Stop.
I ain't never stopping.
We already know, man, because you make beats for forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'd be great.
Producer. You know what I'm saying? So
with a whole new tag for real.
A whole new tag. Old man tag. So. Yeah.
So when things hit like that, how you gonna celebrate? What's your celebration now? Like far when you say you sell a big beat, like you said, Viacom or something like that. What do you picture your celebration looking like?
I don't know, cause my goal right now, I still got that little boy goal. It's getting signed. Right. So I mean.
Oh, so you want to get signed?
Yeah, I want to get signed. Okay. Yeah, I ain't got no problem getting signed. Like, if people don't understand the science of it, people like, oh, I ain't taking this deal. I ain't doing all this. I'm gonna make this clear right now. Like, the deal ain't always about money. Yeah. It's about connection.
Right.
You need to look at your time, how long you're in this deal, and you need to know how to network. See, a lot of people just want to leave it and do so much for them boys.
Right.
Def Jam signed me, I want to use y'all studio.
Yeah.
I want to talk to all y'all in on. You know what I'm saying? I want to meet these people. So I got 3 years. All right, let me serve these 3 years, but I still got these connections.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People just think about the dollar amount, but y'all need to understand that's a loan anyways. Yeah. So why want that loan so heavy? You want 10 million? Come on now. Like their interest rate probably more crazy than even federal.
Right. Oh, you already know.
You know
they getting this back.
So people like, I want a $10 million deal. I want this. I want that and that. And the third is like, you ain't even missing out the connection and the fan base that you might can get for the engine.
Right. And I feel like God ain't gonna give you that until you're ready for it.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
It looks like it's clear in mind. So you know how to go into that.
10 years ago,
listen, I had one with Gucci.
Right.
Wow.
Look at that.
Pee Wee called me, right hand up the guard. He said, "Walt won't mess with you, boy." I said, "For real?" Which I probably should have been like 20 or 30,000 or something. I wouldn't know what it would have been.
Right.
But for some reason, it didn't fall through. And I think that's what Walt did that little crazy stuff on the internet.
Yeah. And you see how honest we're going on.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, he's still on it.
That's the first thing I said, but I had so many of those situations. Like, it's so many that I had got to the point in my life I was like, I'm tired. Like I wasn't tired of like you have artists who's like tired of not being heard. I'm tired of knocking on so many doors and turning the door. Like I done had so many opportunities. Like, oh, that's the one. Hey, mama, we moving on. Okay. So it's like, they tripping about not being heard. Can you imagine how many? Can you imagine a Gucci Man situation not breaking through? You know what I'm saying? Or you got Rick Ross email, or you been at Boozy house, or you done did this and all that, and you like, oh, I'm gonna take off. I'm the right person. I got the right grind. I got. And it's so far, you know what I'm saying? Like, boy, that take energy from you. To always be at the finish line and just don't cross it.
Right.
You know, so that's a whole different level. You got artists out here crying that they ain't even getting look up or going to that finish line and going to that door and that door not opening. Well, track. But I done had multiple situations that I'm like, this is it. My time is here. Right. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard not to make it calls.
Hey. Next thing you know, things get cool. You like, but you said something in the beginning when I said that, though, it just wasn't my time yet. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be honest, like, boy, go up and give me that money. What happened? 2010 or 11, I'm gonna give me a Corvette and my boy would have killed me out here.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I look at things too. I look at my mindset, you know, compared to just 5 years ago, and what I would have done if I got on and blew up, man. I know it would have killed me, man. I would have robbed boy. You know, in a sense, you know what I mean. You know, it's just
that money well for.
So that's why you know, and you right there at the door. So when one of them doors gonna open.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna open.
But I'm glad they opening now. Like you know what I'm saying? I would have, I would have been rest in peace, Mossberg. I'm pretty sure because it would have been too much to handle. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it as that just give me more time to work on myself, humble myself a little bit, and get sharper and better on my talent, but also get smarter in my mind. You know, read some more books, learn some stuff, learn how to. Sometimes somebody going to push you off, you got to bite your tongue. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to, I ain't telling you to be no punk, but you got to realize, like, you know, your value, you know what I'm saying? People, you got high value people, you know, getting themselves in situations where people, I don't want to say low value, I don't like to slander, but people who might not be on your level and they might be angry and bring you down to them instead of you bringing them up to you.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's where the biting tongue at. Like, let's say you go to the club and a person who just got out of jail, or just didn't really got nothing going on in life. I ain't even say jail, and he can be like, "F you." You know what I'm saying? You got to really think right here, like this man ain't got nothing to lose. He ain't in his kid's life. He ain't got nothing going on. I can just turn around and look like a punk. You know what I'm saying? For a second because I got my kids here. I deal around the corner.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that every time.
But a lot of people don't do that. You got a lot of really successful people. You got a lot of people who really were moving the needle going just because of that quick decision. That pride. You know what I'm saying? That pride, man. Don't talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? But look how much you got. Of course the devil going to attack you.
We see it all the time. I mean, all these celebrities that you be like, why the hell they still doing this or why they still doing that? You know, Kodak Black, you know. There's a lot of them boys, man.
Pride. You know, like, why you playing with me at this level?
Yeah, Lil Durk, all them boys, man. You know, just can't get past that.
That's sad.
Hey, you know what? Somebody said something. Nobody said that. They be like, I really think why Dirk got himself in that situation because they been trolling him about Vaughn.
Right.
He done been talking about all that slide and all this and all that. Like, man, Dirk could have probably got that situation handled without him being so much hand and fall. But I feel like the internet got to his head. If you ask me, because like
you gotta stay off the internet.
Sometimes people be naive though. They think you be thinking that things are obvious because the way that whole situation was moved, you like, man, ain't no way hell nobody gonna move like that. Credit card, and you know what I mean? But
you don't
he's why he is, man. He's just. I'm not saying that, but
right though. I never look at it like
sometimes we don't look at it like that. But a lot of them young cats, I talk like, you know, I got nephews and stuff out there, and it just don't click, man.
I just don't believe he moved that slow. It shocked me when I heard it. I was like, there's no way he been out here too long.
And that's why with the Lil Durk, I be seeing that sometimes. I talk to my nephews and stuff like that. And I was like, man, you want to give them that credit and you want to think they're on that level, but sometimes they just don't see it like that, man. And that money and that power, they think it makes you feel invincible, man. You know, and I hopefully, you know,
even on the Diddy level.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
When you just get yourself in situations, you've been getting away with it for so long.
Diddy is definitely power. You know what I'm saying? Like Diddy, I think Diddy he might have overcame some storms that we didn't know about, and he might have thought it was him, and now God really sparing him.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So he probably giving himself. There's some stuff that happened on the low that we don't know about.
Yeah,
he might have just skate off. It could have been some rape allegations or something like that. And he be like, "Oh, I powerful. They gonna try to touch me." Boy, God holding it on him right now because he feeling it right now.
What happens in the dark?
Come to the light.
It's gonna come to the light, and that's
and
why
if you're doing dirt, it's going. You gonna have to deal with it, man.
You're gonna have to.
You have to deal with it, man. So you always ask, what success?
Oh, I always ask. I guess, for you, like, what would be the epitome of success? What would you have to achieve, or in order for you to feel like I've arrived, I've made it? I can rest now, or retire.
Retire?
Because you say you're going to be playing till you're 65. So let's just say when you feel like you've arrived. Like, you know what? I did what I came to do.
You accomplish your goal, your ultimate goal.
I think really residual income. When I can really sleep and make money and it's really making real money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to work. I don't want to always be hands-on. I want to get my business, eventually, I'm pretty sure I'm going to start a label. It's going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I try to run from it for a while, but I was scouting talent for a while. But I think to the point where the business is running on its own, and I can really, raise my kids, and I really have producers in position, truck drivers in position. We got rental properties over there, and I'm really enjoying taking my daughter to college, and they ain't really worrying about nothing.
Right. You can help people.
Yeah, just enjoying life and giving back.
That's one and they said, I read that in a book when I was down. It was Rich Dad Poor Dad, and when he said that, he said residual income is when your money is making enough money just to cover your expenses. So let's say your expenses $2,500 to $3,000. You're not your working, not your business, but your money when you sleep. And that's if I buy a truck and somebody else running the truck at home. That truck making enough money, and I'm just sitting home, that all they got to do is cover your monthly expense if you're wealthy.
That's
People think wealthy is crazy, $1 million. No, it's just that your money you make while you sleeping, all they have to do is wherever your bills come out at the end of the month, that just have to make that. Whether it's for me, it'd be royalties. You know what I'm saying? Getting royalty check monthly. I think my biggest royalty check might have been $1,500. And then I get some weak ones $23. But let's just say I get a hit record.
Right.
Like a hit record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Take care of you.
Yeah, take care of me now. That money, making enough money that is covering my expenses, covering my day to day. So whether it's that, we still have my granny house and in Ashleyville, whether it's renovating or doing that. I got my CDL, whether it's, putting somebody inside a truck or having 3 or 4 trucks. I want my money to make money.
Money, there you go.
That's when because I can just keep on making beats until I'm 16 and be like, I'm successful, I got to make, but I'm still working.
Right.
Man, let's go ahead and send some of them young boys inside there, you know what I'm saying? I just want 30%. Give me 30%. I got the placement. Oh, you want young boy email? I got you, but them boy, they give you about 5 bands, I need my 30%, you know what I'm saying? For making a play, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm gonna start getting that. I ain't touching them beats for my whole life.
Yeah, man. And you providing jobs and opportunities.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Within that, and taking care of yourself.
Right.
So it's all kind of wins in that. You mentioned something earlier when you wrote a book.
Yes.
I'm writing on one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm writing on one. It was I thought it, then it happened, and it was basically about everything in my life that I spoke on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, for my health, everything. I noticed when I was I want to be healed, and when I started thinking about it and being I'm going to be healed, it happened right after that. The same thing with the drug stuff. I was saying my day's number, then I got off that. You know what I'm saying? So I just started to notice the same thing with the music. When I was when I tell you I had the health problems, I was making a beat. I said I could be the biggest in the city.
Right.
I'm gonna be the biggest in the city. I'm gonna be the biggest. Boom. It happened.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But then I used that same talking, be like, man, bump the city. I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
Bump the city. Them boy hating on me, man. Bump this music stuff. I want you got taken away.
Right.
Just
I'm like, boy,
Yeah.
crazy. So I want to write about all examples. That's why I kind of went back and looked at my life and started noticing that. I was kind of speaking this stuff.
Yeah.
Everything, you know what I'm saying? The same thing with the
Red
Bull
yourself.
situation. I was like, man, the only way I come back outside, it got to be a Red Bull. And when it popped up, and I went back in my memory, I was like, boy, I really spoke that.
Yeah.
And it happened just like that.
Damn.
You know? So
got to be careful.
I thought it, then it happened.
All right, so so in the future we gonna have a Mossberg Montana book.
Oh yeah, we having a book.
We look forward to that, man.
Man, we gonna have books. I'm going all the way with it.
Yeah,
I got a kid movie I want to work on too as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to do it.
Damn, man, the world ain't ready, man.
Okay, let's be clear.
You know what I'm saying? You once again, you getting baptized in Mark. Congratulations, man.
Yes.
That's gonna be a part of you getting where you need to get.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, I can
it's a part
tell
of
by the
journey.
way you talking
Yes.
that you where you need to be at mentally to accomplish all that,
Yes.
man. I learned something tonight, talking to you.
Yeah.
You inspire me. And I appreciate you once again, man.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
And,
honestly, go ahead and tag yourself out. Let them know where they can find you. Let them know what you got coming up.
Mossberg Montana on all social medias. Hit me up if you need some beats. Album from Pain to Purpose is out now on all streaming platforms. Be on the lookout for the book. Be on the lookout for the kid movie. I don't know the name of the kid movie yet. Just big things popping.
Big things popping, little
God
things
first, man. You know what I'm saying? Sequel first and love thy neighbor, and everything else will go accordingly.
Man, that's what it's up, man.
That's
what's
beautiful,
up. Your world, my opinion, man.
Yeah.
Can't go out no better than that. Yeah.